All right, today I'm going to attempt to paint for the first time. Not rattle can stuff, but actually paint. There were some rust holes. I will post a picture of the rust holes right now. Show you what we did so far. It didn't always look like this. After the initial repair, what I did was a buddy of mine who actually knows what he's doing, he came over and we sanded him down to bare metal, did like self-etching on the bare metal, and then primed it and painted it, but that was all rattle can and it just didn't look right. There was still like a step there and all that, so you can see the spots. It didn't work. As you can see, it's a nice truck, paint job's really nice. You know, after you wash and wax it, it looks like this. And so I bought all this stuff to paint with and we're gonna give it a try. So yeah. All right, got it all washed off with just a little bit of Blue Dawn and like a coarse scrub pad, and then just washed it off. Try to get some of the grease and all that on there. Got a pneumatic palm sander, orbital palm sander with 600 grit. Gonna sand it down and then we'll mix up the base, or not the base, I'm sorry, the primer, and we'll get it primed. But before that, we need to cover the whole car because the paint stuff is gonna get everywhere. So okay, it has been sanded. Some spots I went a little harder than others, but for the most part it's done as far as sanding with the 600. There's no shiny spots on it. Kind of in the video, those spots right there, they look kind of shiny, but in real life they're, oh, actually no, those are just shadows. Oh my gosh, dude, it is freaking hot out here, man. So I don't know, man, this is my first time doing this, so it is what it is. All right, so progress so far.
I didn't know you were going with a
It's
different color.
nighttime. I'm not, that's just the primer.
Oh.
So I decided to do the grill, so this is all taped up. Anyways, took a lot longer than I had expected, but it's about ready. Gotcha. Yep. And then real quick, let me show you bad bitches. Look at this, man. It's like, it's not even a truck anymore. It's like fucking evidence. Anyways, here's the grill. First time I've mixed paint and sprayed and all that. Got the Spray It R500. It's like a cheap clone, but I'm not going to tell you if it sprays well or not because I don't know. Alright, so I mixed the 2K urethane primer with the 421 activator, 4:1 ratio. Stirring that up. And I'm gonna let that sit for a minute and then filter it into the gun. And then we can spray that bad boy. So I already did the degreaser and all the whatchamashit up top. I'm gonna gear up, I'll tack it, and then, I don't know, spray it. Alright, well, unfortunately I don't have a way to film myself doing that, so I'm gonna just spray it. Just gonna primer it. I'm gonna hop up on the ladder and do one side, do the other side, do the back by the third brake light, and then I'll show you how it goes. This is after the first coat. I did a really light coat. I wasn't really sure how to do this, so I just went really light with it. Can't see it in person, but in camera I can kind of see like the little stripes. So looks like I just have to overlap a little more, maybe go a little bit slower. It's pretty hard doing it this way because, you know, standing here I can hit it, you know, this way, but to keep it uniform and to go back and forth, you know, the whole time, I have to grab that ladder, move it over there, hit the front, move the ladder back, hit the side, switch over there, you know, so I have to do it in like 6 quadrants, which makes it pretty difficult for me. But I guess keep the same amount of paint coming out of the nozzle and just slow down and overlap a little more, go a little bit wetter on the second coat, and then we'll let it dry, and then we'll get some paint on it. Okay. Alright, again, kind of hard to tell, but I sanded it down, and I sanded it with 400 and then wiped it all down and stuff, and then sanded it with 600 and then degreased it and all that stuff and tacked it, and I'm ready for paint right now, about to do that. Sorry, but so then I just sprayed this. I didn't really do much prep on this thing. It just, sure, it'll be better than it was, but I don't know. It's the first time I've ever sprayed anything, so all right, let's do it. Here's another stupid update. Couldn't finish it yesterday. It was Mother's Day and coincidentally my birthday, so we were pretty busy. It's just getting too hot. We're in Central Florida, man, and it was 94, 95, something like that. So I mean, the roof of the truck, man, I literally couldn't even touch it. It would burn my skin. It was so hot. So I got up this morning and checked it out, and the paint looked like crap, so had to put this canopy over it. It's been under the canopy for about an hour now, and it's much cooler to the touch now. I can actually touch it now. But I had to get underneath there, and I guess it was spraying on dry. Dude, I don't know what I'm doing, man. The more steps I take and the more videos I watch and tutorials I read, watch, shit, the more I'm starting to realize I don't know what I'm doing. But I had to wet sand the whole thing with like 800 grit. Just did it by hand, and that actually seemed to help. I think I have just enough paint left to get one more coat on, so that's what I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna do one more coat, so I'm gonna get that cleaned off, tack it off now that it's nice and cool, and we'll do that, I guess. Oh, here it is. So, not exactly a brilliant job. The first time spraying with a cheap ass gun. You can still see the spots that I repaired, but hey man, it's not rusting anymore. So, you know, it is what it is. So some spots are flash. It's been about like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, so some spots are still like flashing, so that's why you see like it kind of sparkled up or whatever. But anyways, if you've never painted before and you're thinking about, just don't. Well, here's the next day. It's uncovered. And the lawn guy came this morning and he blew shit everywhere. So I just sprayed it off and just hit it with a squeegee, but it's not perfect. You can see where I did the rust holes. But as you can see, this paint, it's like the black, I don't know, you can see, this is like the fat, I didn't paint this. The factory, it has like a little pearl something in it, a little flake. It's called like the brilliant crystal something, but there it is. This is the only spot that got messed up when I was pulling the tape off, because I didn't realize it. This was being pulled off. So I'm gonna replace this. They're actually pretty expensive. I think it was like 200 bucks or something. 100 or maybe 100, 200 bucks, something like that for just these little weather strips. But all in all, I mean, other than where you can see where I had, if you run your fingers over that, oddly enough, it's smooth because of that, the clear, but I'm just gonna do some buffing. I mean, this is the first time I've literally ever even held a spray gun. I've never held, and I wasn't even on until the second clear coat, to where I realized my my regulator didn't work. So the PSI and everything is all messed up, but not too shabby, I guess. I don't know. I think if I were painting like a vehicle like in a controlled environment, dude, it's hot out here. I mean, I'm just sweating my ass off, and I just walked out here. I mean, it's the Florida heat, dude. It's insanely hot out here. I can't even really touch the roof. It's so hot. But still need to put the grill on, which is right here. Let's see this. So it'll kind of, yeah, it'll sit up there by itself. Orange peel like a motherfucker, but that's okay. Coincidentally, my neighbor over there, he used to own an auto detailing company. So he said he would help me get out all the compounds, and there's like dust and stuff on it, but I mean, as far as everything else goes, not too bad. Well, all right, I will show you real quick what it looks like with the grill on it. It's gonna be a pain in the ass getting it back in there though, because of that stupid redneck light on the front, but I'll show you what that looks like real quick, and then that'll be it. All right, well, here it is, all painted. And there's the grill installed. It's kind of hard to tell, but I mean, it looks darker, but it's supposed to be the same color. So this stuff right here, that was all, it's not on the bottom, but that was behind. It was like a fake carbon fiber thing, and it started to do that. I tried sanding it down flat, but it looks like the whole carbon fiber thing started to go in. So I wasn't too concerned about the look of the grill. I mean, the whole grill was like, I don't know, dude, like 60, 70 bucks, maybe 100 bucks, something like that, for that whole thing. So I wasn't too concerned about it. It's just getting that roof painted. the biggest deal. I'm just gonna get some touch-up paint for that little piece right there. Screw that job. Yeah, so fix the roof. Next is the leaking little header bolt thing. Non-stop. All right. Thanks, guys.